anyway, she brought up vampires. I hadn't thought about vampires for a while, Cam. Like obviously we know all about vampires. We know that they love
Well,
to romanticize them now and
only
they're
the
around
fact
and la
that
la.
half of Hollywood are vampires, but yeah.
Yes. And then I was starting to think about the Hollywood thing, and then I was starting to think about clones. And I was like, all right, doesn't vampires make so much more sense than clones? Like, think about it. Like all the things we know about fucking vampires, man.
Well, yeah, it's definitely connected to that red stuff that runs through our veins, right? That they love that. And we've heard all the stories about all the things that these lights do. And of course,
Immortality.
all the photos, right? The historical photos that look like the same people, right? Like,
Yep.
so how old are these people living?
Yeah,
What
yeah,
are they?
exactly. Immortals can't die, unless they're stabbed in the heart by a fucking whatever it is. What is it?
A
Silver
vegetarian sausage? Oh no, a
steak?
steak. Steak, sorry.
Silver steak. They drink the adrenochrome, they're immortal. And what we look for as cloning, as clones, is essentially side by side images of, two different people who have got the exact same marking. And they seem to display, I mean, in the last, year, they've really come out and really showed us that they are going from 80-year-olds to 30-year-olds. You've seen a lot of evidence of, these ridiculous Hollywood people who are
Yeah,
like, oh, women and old men, and they're
Martha
looking like they're
Stewart.
like fucking 30 or 40, it's
Yeah,
I mean, so that we're seeing it. We're seeing that play out in reality. So I don't know, vampires make, I would say,
yeah.
maybe more sense than cloning.
And vampires are shapeshifters, right? We've
Shapeshifters.
seen a lot of this weird shapeshifting, right? Weird hands, weird eyes, all
That's right.
this weirdness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they love in the movies to make them basically sex symbols. They're
that's
really
true.
teaching our young people to fucking find vampires fucking
Yeah. Well,
sexy,
what was
man.
that big one?
Yeah, Twilight.
Twilight. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's just what the conversation was about. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Like this
Right.
glistening, handsome, caring, empathetic vampire. Like these movies are adding human emotions to these creatures,
Yeah.
right? And it's simply not the case. I don't think. Not that I've met a vampire, Campbell, but I mean, it
Well,
wouldn't
maybe you
surprise me
have. You
if I
just don't
have.
know.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, and then of course, so then I'm thinking, well, it ticks all the boxes. The cloning thing is crazy. It's crazy concept. It's a crazy, but it makes sense. The cloning thing makes sense. But vampires also, because of the blood connection, like the cloning doesn't have that. Like, why would a clone actor need to go through the whole blood sacrifice ritual, black eye bullshit? Like, why? Why would they need to if they're already made of it? If that's what their whole, if they have no soul to begin with, why would they need that performance? They
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
need
You
it.
you think they'd be totally controllable, right? And we're told that they're controlled by being put into these rituals and stuff, right? Because they've got something against them then, right? So they're controllable. But
But they're also
you,
told us that they're clones,
yeah,
which
exactly. If
means
they're
that
a
they're
clone, they're
born of the
controlled
same
already.
thing. So
Yeah.
that was where I was like, oh, maybe there is something to the vampire story over the clone story. Maybe. I mean, it's just interesting.
And
Um,
let's not forget that old, King Charlie, he admits he's a direct bloodline
oh yeah, that's
descendant
right.
of Vlad
Yep,
the Impaler, who is
yep, that's right.
Dracula.
Highness Prince Charles, who can trace his ancestry back to Romania's dark and distant past.
The genealogy shows that I'm descended from Vlad the Impaler, you see. So I do have a bit of a stake in the country.
As it were.
That's right. That's right. And all the stories throughout all of all the stories throughout history of vampires being fundamentally a real problem, like real and a real problem.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, and then we have the whole war thing, right? Like death, destruction, lots of blood,
Yep.
and blood banks,
Oh,
blood
blood
drives,
banks. Yep. And
come
and
and donate your
circumcision.
blood.
And do you know like that piece of foreskin that women circumcise their kids, their babies? Like that's something they're like worth $1.4 billion or something insane. Each one.
Mm. Yeah,
Because the people buying it is a pharmaceutical it's
there,
pharmaceutical, it's being purchased.
there's a clip of, I think it's Sandra Bullock,
Yeah, I saw
being
it. Yeah.
interviewed, and she literally says that she's,
Yeah.
why do you look so
Rubs it in
young? Oh, I've
place.
been using baby's foreskins on my face.
Okay, let's
Yes.
talk about this facial that you're obsessed with. That how many did you get the whole cast of Ocean's 8 to do
Not
this?
everybody.
Okay, and, good, smart ones.
Just those that I thought would appreciate it.
Okay, explain what it is.
Well, it's this way in which one forces through microneedling. It's like a little roller with these. Some of you, I think many of you know it. And it pushes through the skin and ruptures the collagen, and then boosts it. You look like a burn victim for a day, but then it pushes. The
What are you
serum
pushing into the skin, Sarah? Sandra?
Sarah?
Carrie? What are you pushing into the skin?
Well, you push in whatever the facialist would like to insert into your pores.
But what is it?
It is an extraction from a piece of skin that came from a young person far, far away, and they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean baby.
And vampire is essentially parasitic. And it's so interesting because the vampire's got the shiny white skin, very similar to AI, right? How we would perceive that robot, artificial, presentation. It's sort of like white and shiny. And the vampires do have that sort of thing going on there. And they're of the shadows. They're of the dark. They're in all the creepy little places that, all the reptilia parasitic things are. I mean, it's just interesting. They might just be a derivatory of, the main characters. I don't know, but it does seem.
And they're essentially dead. Right?
And then we've got the whole zombie thing.
Yeah, well, then we've got the whole maritime law, right? They're essentially dead. So how do they treat us like we're dead? Straw man, right? Paper people.
Yeah. So, and also don't forget the glasses, Cam. What are they called? Dicinium glasses.
Dicinium, yeah.
Who, like anyone who ever tries these things, or not the Dicinium glasses, but the technology that they were like working with that allow people to see in like basically the fourth dimension, I guess, around us, and try it out on pilot jets, and they ended up like crashing their planes and things because they were so terrified.
Demons.
Yeah. I mean, so demons, vampires, could vampires be the thing that we refer to as demons? Because they're invisible unless they want to be seen.
Demons are generally shown with wings, right? Vampires turn into bats with wings. It's a very similar kind of a story, right? And of course, they live, you want to talk about the glasses and what you can see, they look not so much like vampires, more like zombies, but definitely not us, right?
Yeah.
So, are they acting somewhat outside of our vision because they're a different frequency? Like, is this how they're getting away with all this stuff? And let's, we've got to add in the whole children thing that's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
The whole, sacrifice, all this kind of stuff that we hear about. And what about that Marina Abramovich, is it?
Yeah.
And spirit cooking, and they literally have these dinners, these big parties where they make
it's such a crazy world
that looks like humans, and they sit there and cut it up. And
would you rather be back in the 50s where this was all going on but didn't know anything about it, or would you rather be here in 2025 and know everything about it and just be like completely like so abstract in being here in this moment? It's so abstract, Cam. Like, it's so fucking abstract. This world right now.
It's crazy. It's insane. Like everything that we were taught was not true and was a fairy tale and was a horror movie. It's literally in front of our face now, right? Like it's everywhere.
Crazy.
It's
all right,
everywhere,
so then
and Hollywood is the wand, the magic. Of course, movies are made by cast. They're casting spells. It's this whole thing. It's everything. It's. I know, man. I'm waiting for the finale. I think we're close, but geez,
what would you have chosen? Would you have chosen ignorance or this level of knowledge and bizarreness?
Well, I mean, in the big picture, you need to keep going further, right? You need to keep expanding awareness.
But are we evolving, or are we being programmed to the next level, Campbell? It's just very hard to distinguish sometimes.
I think, yeah. Well, our awareness is expanding, but into what?